Hey, Quadros, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you guys here and hope you guys are doing well. Before we begin on this dev blog for Stalingrad weapons, which is going to be the topic of this video, I wanted to quickly say, guys, that the clip of the week is going to be delayed. I had some unforeseen purchases that I kind of had to do, so in an attempt to make it fair and get a good amount of rewards and prizes out to those of you guys that have sent in clips into those best clips, I'm going to be delaying it a week so I can get you guys the good prizes that you guys deserve for those awesome clips. So that'll come out next Friday, and maybe we'll even get some Stalingrad clips with that as well. So on to the dev blog for today. We've skipped about halfway through because this is all just talking about the content up here that we will the levels and stuff that we'll be going through. So just really quickly, we're going to run through this. We get the Maxim. So whenever you build an MG nest as the Soviets, you're going to be getting the Maxim instead of the Mg42. So that's pretty cool. There's going to be some updated models for different weapons. So the Beretta M38, PPSH, Mosin, Carbine, Mg42, and other stuff are getting a new coat of paint. So there you go. You can see, ooh, wow, ooh, oh, wow, ooh, ah, wow. There you go. Pretty cool. And this is just different sounds. So we know that the sounds are going to sound a little bit different. That's the old... and that's the new. Sounds pretty cool. It says they improved the flashes from the first presentation of Stalingrad. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's the weapon flashes or what, but there you go. And then on to the Stalingrad levels. So this is all the levels. These levels here that are highlighted in gold are the pass weapons. They're the weapons that you can, and the levels you only unlock if you have the fast pass, the all access pass, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be running through this. I have looked at these, and I already do have some opinions on these. If you look through this, you can quickly see my opinions on stuff. So first off, you're starting off with some pretty cool stuff. Standard more or less, right? T70 versus Panzer IIIJ is the notable stuff there. That's pretty cool. I like the T70. Panzer IIIJ's, whatever. But, I mean, the J is the long barrel, correct? I believe. No, that's the Panzer IIIJ1 is the long barrel, right? The long 50. Yeah. Is this the short 50? Isn't it? It's the J1 that's the long, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, it'll have decent pen, right? But it's not going to be amazing. I don't know why it's not the Panzer IIIJ1, considering we're getting KV1s later on in the campaign. But whatever. There you go. Then you're going to get medics with the PPD, MP28. You're going to get engineers with the Winchester, the mighty Winchester. So oh my god, dude. The Soviets are starting off with such, one of the best bolt-action rifles in the game. Yes, I know it's lever action. Shut up. But it's so good. And then we're getting another Mannlicher, whatever it's pronounced. And there's a different one. I don't know what the difference is between these two. It's probably not that substantial. But there you go. There's two of those. So that's cool. Some Austrian guns, I believe. And then we're getting the first premium level, the TOS-B and the drilling. Who cares, right? This is a good premium level because these are interesting and they're kind of fun to use, but they're not particularly powerful and they're not iconic, so who cares? We're getting the Yak 7B, BF109, Breda Mod 30, MG13. There are stolen weapons here, guys. There's captured weapons. So the Soviets are getting the Breda Mod 30. Germans are going to get the MG13, which is fantastic. MG13 is one of the best MGs in the game. And then we come to my immediate issue with this. We are getting the T34 locked behind the full access pass. And you guys know my opinion on the full access pass. I think it is a good system. I think it is fine. But I do not think that something like a T34, something as iconic of a vehicle as that, should be behind a paywall. I think this should be the KV1. I think the KV1 being behind a paywall is much better than and much smarter, even if it's less balanced than the T34. I think that's just ridiculous. Then again, I guess the argument is if the KV1 is behind it, then how do you kill the KV1 if you're a free-to-play player? I don't know. There's a problem. There's an inherent problem though, just with the T34 being locked behind a paywall. In my opinion, I think that's bad, and I don't think it should happen. I don't know how they could solve this. I'd have to take a second to think about this, but that's a problem. That's a big problem in my book. Moving on, we get the PTRS against the GRB. I think that's pretty fair. The GRB hits really hard with the explosives. PTRS is very good. SVT Gewehr 41, that's fair. SU2 versus JU87, so Stuka versus SU2. I don't know what the SU2 is. I don't really care. It's a Soviet bomber. I mean, like, the Stuka being behind it kind of sucks, behind a paywall, but like, there's so many Stukas in the campaign that I don't really care that much. Like, whatever. Like, you can, if you really care about flying a Stuka, go play Moscow. It's not like it's that different. So like, that I don't really care about. DP27 MG34, that's fine. Mortars behind a paywall, who cares? Again, this is a good unlock, right? This is a good paywall thing, because like, yes, mortars are like, can be good, but like, compared to most things, mortars don't matter, and so putting them behind premium is fine. KV1 Panzer IV F2, that's a big ol' update. Those are some big tanks there. The Panzer IV F2 being the first long barrel Panzer IV, so that's going to be able to fight the KV1 pretty effectively. And boy, oh boy, the KV1, I don't remember its nickname. It was by the Germans. It was nicknamed something that was just like armored beast or something, because it's just like they couldn't deal with these things. The KV1s were just like impossible to deal with. Very powerful tank, so should be a lot of fun to see that thing. Then we got the Mosin Rifles, the rifle grenade launchers. I really feel like these should be premium. Like, these should be premium and should be behind the paywall, because like, I don't know, I don't know, because these just feel like they're good upgrades and they're powerful, but they're not like you don't need these, right? It's not like these are like huge upgrades. Like, these should be behind the paywall. Like, they're nice to use, but they're not like great. Then we get the SVT 40 versus the ZH29. That's fair. These are upgrades to your Gewehr 41 SVT 38, but not substantially, right? That's whatever. Get the PPS 42 versus the MP 40. That's great. Those are both great SMGs. P40E Lend-Lease E1 or P40 E1. I think this is like the Air Cobra or the King Cobra or something like that. It's one of the Lend-Lease American planes. And then the IAR-81C. That's a little Italian plane, so that's kind of cool. Sniper SVT 38 versus the pre-war Kar 98. Sure, whatever. I mean, bolt actions are going to be better than semi-auto snipers, honestly, in my opinion, because the buffs to bolt actions. Dt29 Mg42. Again, MG42 behind a paywall kind of sucks, but again, the other campaigns kind of have it. Like, I feel a lot less bad about the MG42 than I do about the T34. Like, yes, I don't really think it probably shouldn't be behind that, but you have the MG34, which makes the balance fine. And again, you can play the other campaigns to get this, and it's not exactly super iconic, so not a big deal to me. Then you get Flamethrowers, and then you get the Lend-Lease Thompson M2128 box mag. This is the late war, not late war, but this is the expensive M2128 Thompson. This is the one that you get late in the Tunisia campaign. Very good Thompson, in my opinion, the best Thompson. That's really nice. Against the Hungarian Danuvia M39, which sounds like it is a very powerful SMG. It's like high damage, 40 round mags, PPSH levels of fire rate, super powerful. T34E versus Panzer IV-G, that's fine. I mean, if you already have this T34 behind the wall, then why not also have this one? I just think this should not be behind the wall. If this wasn't behind the wall, I think it'd be fine. I think this campaign would be fine if this T34 is not behind this paywall. Like, if they just make this not behind the paywall, I think this whole campaign is fine. A20G25 Potez 633, it's great. Again, PPSH 41 behind it, but it's in the Berlin campaign. Like, I don't even think it's going to be necessarily that unbalanced, because like the PPS 42 is so damn good that like yeah, the PPSH 41 is better, but I think you're going to do just fine with the PPS 42. I think there is an argument for like pay to win in this regards though, because you do end up getting the AVT 40 and the MKB 42H, which are both rifleman weapons, by the way. We're going to talk about that. But like, these levels here are really insane for like pay to play players, like the battle pass players and stuff. And again, I don't think it's going to be game breaking. I don't think that this is going to make it to where they're going to, you know, premium players are going to do any better than free to play players. I think it's going to end up like the other campaigns, where you're really not even going to see that many like battle pass. I don't know, maybe we will, because you level up so fast. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to see what happens. But they're also giving the AVT 40 and the MKB 42H, and this is basically the STG. This is the sniper STG thing that's in Moscow right now. This is the predecessor to the STG. This is going to be available to everybody, and that's bad. That's a no-no. I don't know what else to say. That's a bad idea, guys. I don't think that's a good idea, because you're going to make it, I mean, everyone's just going to use this. It's going to be on every soldier. Like, why in the hell would you use anything else? Like, this thing is going to be insane. Like, this would be like putting the MP43, the STG, on troopers. I mean, the bolt actions have been buffed so much, but like, why are we, if we want bolt actions to be more powerful and to be used more, and we're trying to slow the game down a little bit, that's what it kind of seems like with the recoil nerfs and everything. Why are we giving fully automatic rifle weapons to everybody? I mean, I guess it's not an FG42, so that's nice, but like, I don't know, guys. That's a big old question mark from me. And then the sniper AVS and the MKB. I would prefer if they moved this level here, this PPSH level here, down here. I think that would be fine. Just move this down here. Also, the Germans getting a PPSH 41 trophy, and the Soviets getting a Breda Mod 30 captured weapons. I don't like that. I think that's dumb. There are plenty of weapons. They could have done a Romanian SMG, the Otivia or something like that. Otiva or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Something like that. You could have done that instead of the PPSH 41 trophy. Again, this blurs the lines between the factions, guys. I really think it does. I think this makes the asymmetry of the game a lot less apparent. I think it makes it less interesting. So I don't like captured weapons, and I don't like captured vehicles. I don't think they should exist. In War Thunder, it's different. In Enlisted, it is very important to have asymmetry between the campaigns. These factions need to feel substantially different. I think that the Germans already have powerful SMG options with the Danuvia, which already fires as fast as a PPSH and hits hard. The MP40 has always been a good SMG. Like, there are options for SMGs here. You could have done the Romanian SMG. I think this is bad. I don't think this needs to happen, and I think this is a completely unnecessary upgrade here in level. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. I don't think this should be a rifleman weapon, and I don't think the T-34 should be here. Like, move this T-34 down here, right? Or move this, just remove this. Just remove this T-34 level. Remove this T-34 level, move this PPSH premium level to here. They're not going to do this because this campaign comes out in like 3 days, but I think these are mistakes. And I know that you guys are gathering feedback, and so I'm going to say, I think these are mistakes. You cannot put iconic weapons. People are going to throw a fit over this. I guarantee it. I haven't been to Reddit yet, but I guarantee people are throwing a fit about it already. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let Darkflow know your thoughts as well. I know they at least watch the videos, and they probably at least peek at the comments. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Let me know your comments. Like, comment, and subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Smash the sub button, yada, yada, yada. Cringe, so on and so forth. I love you guys. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.